right, they still die. In the end, they always die. It doesn't seem fair. They screwed up somewhere. Quit thinking about it and quit thinking about it. Why are you doing this to me, God? Why am I this messed up? I'm always seeing this. Can't stop this. I can't do this anymore. I screwed up. Should I just end it?
Are you okay, Dad?
This isn't fair.
My name's Scott Geiselhart. I've been diagnosed with PTSD and depression 4 years ago. I'm a firefighter for 22 years. As a firefighter, we went out on a lot of bad car accidents, and we used the jaws of life to cut people out of cars. And as a firefighter, I was taught that we're going to see these scenes, and it's okay to feel things, but we didn't cause the accident, so it's not anything we should be concerned about as far as letting it get personal. Well, it started getting personal when I started having nightmares and flashbacks and anger, and I was drinking a lot. And I actually ended up turning to meth as a coping mechanism so I wouldn't go to sleep and have the nightmares. In this video, it kind of shows a little bit of what was going through my head after seeing these scenes, the flashbacks and the images that would remind me of some of the scenes we've seen. They played over and over and over in my head, and anxiety built, and the tears would come, and I'd even have to pull over. After one of these scenes that you see where the baseball lands down by my feet, that was half an hour after helping somebody out of a vehicle. And I went home and I got out of my vehicle, and before I even realized what happened, my son hit me in the chest with a baseball. And it was like I wasn't even there until that baseball made physical contact with me and took me out of the haze I was in. It's powerful what PTSD can do to you. I ended up isolating myself a lot and falling into a really deep depression till the day it came back in 2014 where I decided to end my life because people were better off if I wasn't around. That's what I told myself. After the suicide attempt failed, I started looking for help. I started reaching out. I didn't understand what was going on. I Googled my symptoms. On a Google search, I searched for nightmares, flashbacks, anger, everything that was affecting me, the alcohol and the drugs. And when I hit enter a Google search, PTSD filled the screen up. I was upset because nobody talked to me about what PTSD, what the symptoms were until that moment. When I reached out for help, it was really difficult because nobody was, at that time, there for me. It was difficult to reach out for help, and then when my friends, I tried to talk to them about it, they weren't educated on it. And they pulled away and they put their guard up, and I don't blame them because they were just as scared as I was. When I finally did find help, I went and did something called EMDR, eye movement desensitization reprocessing. And once I started getting the therapy I needed, life turned around. I started seeing colors again. See, my world was black and white before, and it was all negative, nothing positive in it. I couldn't see positives or color. And when I started seeing color, I started feeling alive again inside. I had a peace inside after my therapies. And I felt a lot younger and happier, and I was dealing with my problems in a different way. I was starting to debrief and talk about the things that I had stuffed way back in my head from the things I've seen. And once I started talking about it, I could replace those bad images with new images and good, happy thoughts. And life changed a lot. I can see the outside. I can see the beauty outside. I can see people's faces again. I can feel my emotions. I can feel love. I didn't have that before. I was numb. PTSD isn't just a military thing. It affects first responders. It affects nurses. It can even affect an 8-year-old that's seen some traumatic events. You can get it from a car accident, you can get it from one incident, or you can get it from many, many incidents building up into one. The basket gets full sometimes and you have to talk about it. There's therapy for PTSD. There's a way out. There's hope. If you're having some of these symptoms, you know, the anger, the depression, the isolation, depression, anxiety, seek help. Reach out, get some help. It's not too uncommon. There's a lot of people that have depression, PTSD, and anxiety. You're not alone. It's the best thing I ever did was reach out for help and got all my demons out of my head that were telling me how bad I was and that things were my fault. I now go around trying to reach as many people as I can by speaking out. I've got a strength I've never had before, and life is awesome again. Every day that you don't reach out for help is another day that you're in the darkness that you don't need to be in.